on a vibe with that justice in her name is where the truth comes alive. From the headlines to the plot, she's got her ear to the ground, serving news that's real with the beat and a sound. Word on the street, justice in the air, bringing you the truth with the Caribbean flair. Celebrities and community, big stories and small. Word brings the light so you don't feel the fall. Born in the storm, that urban kid, she's got style and grace like a journalistic trick. From the heart of the city to the outskirts wild, she captures the world like a camera dial. Word on the street, justice in the air, bringing you the truth with the Caribbean flair. Celebrities and community, big stories and small. Word brings the light so you don't feel the fall. Calm in the storm with that urban kid, she's got style and grace like a journalistic trick. From the heart of the city to the outskirts wild, she captures the world like a camera dial. Word on the street, justice in the air, bringing you the truth with the Caribbean flair. Celebrities and community, big stories and small. Word brings the light so you don't feel the fall. She paints a shape that aren't black or white. In the ink of her stories, there's always some light. No matter where you are, you'll hear her call, echoing the truth, standing tall. Word on the street, justice in the air, bringing you the truth with the Caribbean flair. Celebrities and community, big stories and small. Word brings the light so you don't feel the fall.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the Honesty Podcast with your girl Word and of course the First Lady OG. We are doing well on this Wednesday, on this hump day, as we should call it. With that being said, y'all already know. I just want to give a special shout out. Oh my God, you guys are the best. Shout out to you guys, man. Like you guys are so awesome. Thank you guys so very much for just keeping us in the algorithm. I'm hoping you guys are hearing me because I'm having like some type of difficulties with this like Wi-Fi situation. I don't know what's been going on. But long story, guys. Long story short, I just want to let you guys know that like I love you guys so much and I appreciate you guys for always showing support, sending me comments. I'm always looking at the comments. I'm always reading them, just trying to stay in tune with you guys. Always feel free to leave anything you want to leave in the comment section as far as talk about. You guys already know me and the First Lady OG. We are always in tune. So we definitely would always make sure that you guys get what you guys are also looking for as far as content goes, right? I want to thank all of the Bush Watchers. Thank you guys too, because without the Bush Watchers, I wouldn't be here either. The replay gang, thank you guys for going back and watching and replaying my videos. That also has been like such the greatest assistance on this content creating journey. So just know I appreciate you guys. And last but not least, my beautiful moderators. Thank you to my moderators. I love you guys so much. Thank you for taking the time out to invest your time in my channel and believing in what I'm doing. And always just, looking out for a girl, you know what I mean? Pulling me up by my bootstraps. Y'all already know. I appreciate all of it. With that being said, we got the First Lady OG in the building. And of course, don't forget to go and subscribe to Marta the Smarter 10:01 a.m. on YouTube. She does do a virtual assist and she's on every other social media platform. So if you don't catch her on YouTube, you can catch her on TikTok, Instagram, Bigo, you name it. You can catch her there. She's streaming from all sites. But most of all, for my YouTube watchers, 10:01 a.m. virtual assist. If you are a new content creator in search of putting out content and wanting to learn ways on how to go about that and be successful, Marta the Smarter is a place that you need to be. When I tell you, when she starts study hall, it's a place you definitely want to be. If you want to work from home and you're tired at this point of going out every day and having to travels, whatever it may look like for you, and you want to be able to be home for your children. However, she would assist you with even working from home, being able to get jobs and work at home so you can be able to still do other things that you want to do. So, like I said, 10:01 a.m. virtual assist, smarter the smarter. Go check her out. Go subscribe. Hit that up like button, notification bell, and tell a friend to tell a friend. First Lady OG, of course, the First Lady OG. I love when she lets y'all know because she likes to talk to her people also. So, First Lady OG, are you in the building?
In the building. Peace, love, and light, everyone. Happy Wellness Wednesday, Work It Out Wednesday, however y'all see it. Definitely a good day. Every day on this upside is a good day. I want to say greetings to the host, Word Justice, on this segment, Word of the Streets of the Theodicy podcast. Thank you once again for allowing me to grace this stage. Greetings to everyone, bush watchers, window watchers, replay gang, those that are about to come in here with us because we just got up in here. So, we like to, give y'all a chance to realize that we live. That's why I always say smash the like button on your way in. If you forgot, it's okay. You can hit it on the way out. But don't forget to hit the bell to subscribe so you never miss a live. Every time we go live, you shall be notified. Okay, bars. That's me and Marta. That's our thing. The OGs. We real
Bars,
MCs.
bars,
So
for
we stay upstairs. So yes, I'm over here having. I'm not saying I'm having technical difficulties. I'm just doing the most with trying to with working on because I need to, also get my channel something on it because between this little girl over here and my sister over there on my neck for me to start doing something with this channel. So thank y'all for everybody that's been just looking over there, but it's nothing to look at. So I'm gonna definitely change that. Actually when we get off this live, I'm gonna go backstage and work on, content and stuff or just at least learning how to upload shorts or being able to come on and do a short video for you guys. And you know, just, I'm a work in progress as well. So just give me a moment. But, we only in day 8 of 2025. So as long as you 1% better than yesterday, you are doing the right thing to be a better version of self. You are your only competition. Your biggest enemy is your inner me. So let's stay
that's
positive,
it.
y'all, and let's do
That
what
is
we do.
it. You're, woo, that right there is truly a jewel. Say that one more time, First Lady, because that is definitely a jewel right there.
Your biggest enemy is your inner me. Okay? So
That's it.
that's your only competition.
Your only competition. And that's the realization that everybody will soon get to. With that being said, you guys, this is the Odyssey Podcast. And of course, we are back in the building with another Word on the Street segment. Yes, we are. Yo, it's been so much things going on. I don't know. For me, I think I chuckled at this, and it also was like, I don't know, the media is crazy, but y'all already know I'm gonna still bring it to you. So it's set to say right now that Sean Diddy Combs is throwing a tantrum over Luigi, which is the guy who committed the assassination of the United Health CEO worker, right? Let me say it better. The United Health CEO. Okay. He feels as though that Luigi's getting all this attention behind bars. Sources claim his ego is being touched. Okay, and at this point, I can't even understand why his ego will be being touched when he's going through all this other shit when it comes down to the trafficking and the amounts of things that he was involved in as far as drug activities and all of that. But anyhow, y'all, I'm gonna just give you guys a rundown. of what's being said right now on the update of P. Diddy being incarcerated and feeling some type of way. So it is said that this jail may not be big enough for Diddy or Luigi. Sean Diddy Combs is said to be fuming about the treatment that his fellow inmate Luigi is receiving at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, according to certain sources. Diddy has been throwing tantrums over the fact that Luigi is getting all of the attention in prison and is being revered as a hero after literally murdering someone on camera. The sources also spilled to a news outlet the disgraced music producer who was hit with SA trafficking and racketeering conspiracy charges in September of last year, as well as numerous civil lawsuits accusing him of SA, is reportedly frustrated that he is receiving so much hate inside of the lockup while Luigi gets so much love. Even in prison, Diddy's ego is bigger than life. If he feels that you're worried about what somebody else's attention is on a situation that took place versus all the things that you put out here and all the things that you have done to people, okay, listen. Luigi, who was accused of murdering United Health CEO Brian Thompson in December, is loved by the prisoners and has not been having difficulties dealing with everything since he's been incarcerated. He has gotten so much support with prisoners who have shared with him their stories of losing loved ones due to an inadequate health care. The sources also added not to mention the fact that the prison itself faces constant allegation of inadequate health care to those who are locked up currently, which is very true. Aside from being held in the same facility, Combs and Luigi also have legal representation in common. While Mark Agnifilo is representing the Bad Boy Records founder, he and his wife Karen Friedman Agnifilo have also reportedly teamed up to represent Luigi. Despite the conceded despite the conceded ways of Diddy, the source clarified the pair have not met. Luigi is currently in solitary confinement. Diddy has not had any contact with Luigi despite sharing the same legal team. They explain they do not spend time together and the two really have zero in common. Combs was taken into police custody in New York on September 16th, as we know of last year. Previously, it was reported, although his lawyers requested to have him released on a $50 million bond to serve in home detention, at least two judges denied him bail on the grounds he is a potential danger to the public and a flight risk. As for Luigi, he was arrested on December 9th in Pennsylvania following a 5-day search for the suspect connected to the killing of the health insurance mogul. He was later transferred to New York to where he is currently in the Brooklyn Detention Center, awaiting trial as we know, and probably we're probably gonna he's gonna go through a few hearings before he even goes through the trial process. And even last that I heard, it looks like he may be trying to put in a plea for insanity. And we're talking about Luigi. But let me tell you something, guys. I cannot believe that this dude is really thinking about someone else getting the treatment that they're getting versus all of the things that he did and all the things that he was involved in. And we're talking about, like they said, essaying, right? Racketeering, trafficking, drug involvement, also trafficking drugs. Let's make that quite clear because he was definitely trafficking drugs. And on top of it, it wasn't he had others trafficking drugs for him. Then we don't even want to talk about just the demise of what happened with Tupac and Biggie because it is said to say allegedly that he has involvements with that. And you're sitting here worrying about the fact that this man that just committed an act of what others may feel that was justified. I'm not going to state if it was justified or not. This is just what you see right now as far as people really looking at Luigi as a hero, is because it was something that really affected communities of people and families, you know what I mean? So I feel like it's no justification in taking another human's life because no one has that right, but in certain cases things happen, and this is one of those situations. And I don't think it's a comparison when it comes down to Diddy and Luigi at all. And if Diddy's worrying about that and throwing a tantrum about that, he got bigger fish to fry. First Lady OG, what is your thoughts on Diddy and him feeling a way about Luigi getting the attention and getting positive attention even after committing a crime like murder?
I kind of was multitasking. I don't know this story. Um, Again, to me, it just seems like Diddy, who already thinks that or thought he was untouchable, still seems as if he's trying to pull strings in the situation that he's in which I feel like no one should give a damn about what he's saying, honestly, because as what we say, mind the business that pays you. That don't even have nothing to do with you. You got your own shit going on. Are you worried about what's going on or happening with your children? Is that a factor? And you worried about some
No.
motherfucker that's sitting? Excuse me. Oh, you too.
It's okay. It's okay. Let it out. Let it out because that's just like a way of expression. Because that's exactly what I would have thought. Although I'm trying to keep it proper, but I would have thought the same thing. Like you mother effing worrying about all of this other shit when you involved in all this other extra shit, and you got
Right. And you
family
got
that's
your
out
own
here.
children out there. Exactly.
I think it was ultimately utterly ridiculous for him to even have a thought to worry about anybody else's situation or their treatment, not when he has so much against him. Like it was stated, the only thing that they have in common is lawyers, which are handling their cases currently. So Agler Filio is also now currently handling Luigi's case as well. So that's the only thing that they may have in common. But what he really needs to worry about is the fact that you're going to go sit down for life, and not for nothing. You left nothing for your kids. You are really, truly a disgraced mogul. And you shouldn't even at this point be called a mogul just because of all the things that you were involved in. And we ain't going to even talk about Mayor Adams, y'all, but I'm gonna come back with that. But I'll just drop a little something when it comes down to Mayor Adams. Mayor Adams now has another charge that he is about to face. And the shit is, this was the man that gave Diddy the keys to the city. Like, this shit is crazy. And now
That
he
part.
seems to have a lot of ties and a lot of shit. But I'm gonna come back with the Mayor Adams because I will be covering Mayor Adams of New York City, y'all, because this is to tell you how corrupt. I mean, everything is corrupt. But if we gonna have to start to make a change, shit has to change from the top, work itself down. Okay? Because when I tell you the shit that a lot of these higher ups are involved in or had their hands involved in or were tied to, they all need to be held accountable for. Okay? All right. So, y'all, with that being said, I'm going to continue to follow up on Diddy. Prior before, they were saying that he decided that he wanted to not come out his cell. He doesn't want to eat anything from out of that prison. He is stating that he feels like his life is in danger. I mean, he should feel like his life is in danger after you involved yourself in sex trafficking children. But yeah, that's where we are with that. So it kind of blew my mind that he even is so egotistical to sit here and really have the audacity to worry about a man that committed murder based on whatever the purpose was, and you got that whole situation going on, and 9 times out of 10 you had yourself involved in unjustly murders. So I mean, like I said, y'all, I had to bring y'all this story and see what you guys thought about it. Leave it in the comments, drop in. It's all right. Y'all can come out from the bushes if you want. Drop a comment, comment in chat. Let me know what you feel when it comes down to Diddy's entitlement and even feeling like he has the right to have any say so or feeling towards anybody's treatment while being incarcerated at this point. Now, guys, I'm gonna tell you the truth. This right here, this 2025 is really starting off to be something. I will say that. Okay? It is starting off to be something. So listen, y'all. Recently, Remy Ma was at a show, okay? And this show is a part of her productions or whatnot. And as you know, she's involved in the rap battlefield, and she's been involved in it for a long time to where she has her own production for it. And as you, or for those of you who may not be familiar, Remy was definitely mentoring a guy by the name of Eazy the Black Captain. Eazy the Black Captain is a battle rapper. It was said to say during one of these recent rap battles, I think it was like around 2023 or the beginning of 2024, that during a rap battle that Easy the Black Captain was having with another rap battle person, uh it was exposed that him and Remy had some type of relations. Now we're gonna fast forward it to right now, 2025. It was recently a showcase done. Remy was in attendance. Um, the Easy the Black Captain was also in attendance because he was one of the participants. And right then and there, she declared her love for him. Now, I don't know how y'all feeling. I don't know how to feel about it. I do not think that whoever Remy's PR team is, I don't think that they're helping her. For her to come out at this point after being in arguments with Clarissa, which is now the woman that Papoose is now involved in. If you guys are not familiar with Clarissa, she's a boxer, and as of right now, it has been put out there that her and Papoose are in a relationship. However, before her and Papoose got into a relationship, Easy the Block Captain and Remy Ma was in a situation. The problem lies in the marriage part of it, if you ask me, because they are married. And I do feel like it's disrespectful on both ends. With Remy coming out here to then do what she did as far as declaring her love for Easy the Black Captain, I do not think that that was a right move. First Lady OG, what is your thoughts on this whole Remy Ma and Papoose and now her really declaring her love for Easy the Black Captain? I mean, she's basically saying she loves him. That's her man, and I mean, that's what it is. And yes, Papoose has moved on, and Papoose, like I said, is dating Clarissa. But prior, before that even taking place, I think it's a lot of pieces that I think the fans, I mean, I'm a fan. Like with Papoose and Remy, I was like a huge fan of their relationship. And I'm still a huge fan of Remy individually and Papoose individually. Now, relationship wise, they were just like the ultimate power couple in a sense. And just to even how the story for their relationship of him actually waiting for her to come home, like he did the time with her, you know what I'm saying? Then she came home and she was able to jump into opportunities such as love and hip hop to then put her exposure back out there. And their relationship somewhat played out on Love and Hip Hop, which was such a romantic story. And now to see where it is, it's like, I don't know. As a fan, I'm kind of like heartbroken, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. First Lady OG, what's your thoughts with this whole thing, though? Y'all already know First Lady OG, she'll be up here multitasking. She's going to jump in when she has the chance. And I'm going to be real. I think it's heartbreaking because, like I said, their story is very deep. And even how Remy came into the game, I respect Remy and I am a fan of her just because of her artistry. She's very raw. She just gives you just this real New York energy. As you guys know, she's from the Bronx. I'm from New York too. I'm originally from Harlem, but you already know I've been living where I'm at in Queens for a long time. But like I said, it's just like she went through so much. She was incarcerated. She came home and she still had somebody even through those moments that she was going through doing that bid she was doing there by her side, you know what I'm saying? Making sure that he let her know like, yo, I'm here, I love you. And I know people may feel like, listen, things happen in relationships and it does. We are not in nobody's relationship to be like, look, she's dead wrong or he's dead wrong or whatever. They may have had difficulties in their relationship in private and it probably took a toll. You know what I mean? But with them having children, I do feel as though it should be a level of where certain things should be really just be thought about when you have kids because it does genuinely affect the child, right? And remember, Papoose had his daughter and she had her son. And Remy is going through some stuff with her son right now. Um, I believe currently her son is incarcerated and he's actually fighting a case um in conspiracy to murder or whatever have you. But even with that, even with times like that, I don't think that right now all of these things that's happening and Remy going back and forth with Clarissa or Papoose going back and forth with Easy the Block Captain. I understand when people grow out of each other, and that's fine too. But I do think it's a way that you should do it when it comes down to marriage. And I feel like they should have came to where they separated and went through the process of actually trying to file for divorce. And even when Pat made the statement of like, I've been told her like, I'm ready to file for divorce. You can sign the papers. It's a delay on her end. And it's probably vice versa as to what she says when it comes down to Pat. But if you guys both as a unit say that you guys are no longer happy with each other and you want to go separate ways, then you guys can definitely have a legal separation until you guys can come to a decision and fully go through full with the divorce. But as playing everything out right now, like in the public, it's sad. Like I'll be real, it's sad. And the kids gotta deal with that shit too. They seeing it. The kids are adults. You know what I mean? The only baby that they have is the little girl that they have with each other. You know what I'm saying? And even her growing up having because these young kids, even at 5 years old, they are very media savvy. Let's just keep it real. But I definitely feel like I don't think that Remy should have went about exposing her love for Easy the Block Captain the way she did it. And guess what? Even if you do feel like you love him, I think that that should still remain an intimate moment between you and him. And I feel the same way with Papoose. I don't feel like Pap should be out here telling the world he loved Clarissa or anything to try to affect Remy either, because that shit ain't right either. You know what I mean? But overall, for the sake of the children and the sake of the love and the unity that you guys once had, I do think that you guys definitely need to go about this situation a whole different way. Now, do I really think that Remy loves Easy the Block Captain? I feel like she probably loves the feeling she's having right now. You know, we sometimes mistake that lusting feeling for love, and lust could definitely make you feel like you in love with somebody, and that's not necessarily the case. And especially when it's like seldom see. So if I'm really seeing you, and when I'm seeing you all we got is good times, that's all I got to go off of. You know what I'm saying? But when you down in the dirt, the way they were down in the dirt for each other, because I'm not gonna sit here and say that it was just Papoose that was down in the dirt for Remy. I believe they both was down in the dirt for each other. I believe when they both connected on a different path, and they both definitely share a love for one another. But I do feel that, just being in the media and always having the world to have to criticize your relationship or what you do does take a toll and does play a huge effect. But I feel like this shit right here, as speaking as a woman, if I was Remy, even if I feel the way I feel, just because I'm still married, I will still have to respect my union. And I would have at least tried to make sure that we came to some type of agreement of separation on paper until we finalize the divorce. And I will still be able to live my life and still, in all, be respectful, never to flaunt it or throw it in the next individual's face based on anger. And like the First Lady OG says, it's all about, emotion management, being able to manage your emotions even in the worst times for you to really have a clear head. And right now, I just don't think Remy is moving on a clear head. I don't think Pap is. Hmm, Pap has said certain things. He has thrown certain subliminals. I think my biggest issue is Clarissa when it comes down to her giving feedback. I do think that Pap should be able to explain to her, with them being in a relationship, that the going back and forth with your wife, that's still your wife, is not a good look. And what they share is what they share, and it's nothing to be defined by anybody else or validated by anybody else once they validate their relationship and what they're doing at that moment. But with Clarissa, like the little rap songs, and it's adding too much fuel to the fire. And that's why, to a certain degree, you really don't know if these things that's taking place with Remy saying that she's in love with Easy the Block Captain is because she's hurting by the fact that Papoose is dealing with Clarissa, or the reason why Papoose is even allowing Clarissa to be out here doing what she's doing and even going through the back and forths and doing interviews is because he feels some type of way and disrespected by the actions that Remy did by even dealing with Easy the Block Captain. Remy has insinuated other things allegedly that went on within the relationship. I'm not quite sure, and I'm not knocking anything, or I can't even say anything that she's saying is a lie. And that's why I say you don't know what goes on inside of a relationship, like inside, like That's why to live with someone is to truly know who they are. And we are just outsiders looking in based on what we're being shown and putting what we perceive and our opinions to what the situations that's being put out there. But if I had to say, I would have definitely not made that move to have to let the world know that I'm in love with another man just based on everything that is collectively happening right now. And I think right now, Remy should really just be thinking about her son because her son seems like he's about to be facing some real shit, to be real with you. And I don't think that right now the focus should be on what Pap is doing or even this man. You running a production, you got your company going, penetrate your company, run your production, and deal with the situation at hand when it comes down to your child. And let me make this quite clear. I'm not saying that she's not, because she probably is, and she probably wants to keep that part of it private. But I know that it's a struggle when you have a child that's going through legal battles. Like, that's a lot. And then to add on marital issues, that's another situation. And then to add on trying to navigate walking away from a marriage that you probably no longer want or you grew out of to walking into something new. I think a lot of times we really need to like take a moment, set ourselves and start the reset button before just diving in and diving out into shit. I mean, but that's my whole thing. Remy is a grown woman. But yeah, I don't know if that was the right move that she did, especially how she did it and where she did it. First Lady OG, are you back in the building? First Lady.
I'm here. I'm here. Give me one more second. I was helping your little brother with the resume. I'm coming.
All righty, First Lady will be right back in the building. Listen, y'all. In other news, it's been so much other things that's actually been happening. As you guys know, I posted up what's been happening as far as the last hearing that just took place with YNW Millie. Yes, YNW Millie won't be going to court until September 10th of 2025. Now, right now, the biggest issue is that the lawyer that he currently has is under investigation for criminal tampering. So now that that lawyer that he has is under investigation, it was said to say out of the judge's mouth, he has the opportunity to say he no longer wants that lawyer to be a part of his team, or he wants to keep all the same lawyers and he wants to proceed on with the trial with all the same lawyers. The suggestion from the judge to him was, I would not try and get a new set of lawyers based on the case being, I guess, like 8 or 9 months away, for a new set of lawyers to come in to try to navigate this whole murder trial for you to be able to stand a chance. So I'm what I received from the judge was that he's basically letting him know you might as well stay with the team you have, get rid of the one of the legal team that is involved in the criminal tampering, get rid of her, um and proceed on and try to find someone else to add on to your team that can probably assist to give you a better chance. I don't know. With the YM Millie case, like I said, there's so much evidence that's stacked against him. He's put so much out there that exposed so much when it came down to the murder of these two young men. And I don't think that the outcome, I'm praying for the outcome to be justice. Just put it like that. I'm praying for the outcome to be justice, right? But you know, with where he's being charged. Yes, Florida does agree to this day to the death penalty. His case does hold the death penalty status. So, I mean, it could go either way. But as of right now, he has to sit and wait until September 10th of this year to go through trial. And yes, the case is going to trial. So he has a lot of decisions to make from now until the trial date on what he's going to do with his legal team. I think he would be smart though to probably get rid of that lady Liberty, just because she's the one that's under investigation for criminal tampering. Also, it was stated intimidation of victims. So she seems to have her hands in a lot of shit that really doesn't look good for YNW Millie's case. So, I mean, I wouldn't get rid of my whole entire team, but I would definitely get rid of her. But it's crazy because he had one of the attorneys that was a part of his team to actually speak after the judge stated what the judge stated. And he was stating that he feels that the judge should not put the ideal in his mind that even if he decided to get a whole nother team, that he cannot stand a chance, right? So I don't know how much that attorney wants to stay on YNW Millie's case, because I think for some reason that attorney sees the outcome of it all. Definitely. So it's a lot with that. Like I told you guys, I will be covering it soon as he goes to trial. I will be in the building, definitely covering it, making sure every detail, everything. But of right now, as of right now, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It just looks very shallow. Um, with certain things that may partake in court if he continues to keep this woman on his case. But that's just my opinion. Okay, y'all. And with that being said, this is the Odyssey Podcast with your girl Word. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the up like button, notification bell. And listen, y'all, let me tell y'all a secret. Come closer. Come closer. Come closer. It's okay to come out of the bushes and type in. And even if you don't come out the bushes, I still love you guys anyway. Because, like I said, you guys have been keeping me going. So I send my love. I send my love. Y'all already know. But yeah, listen, I'm going to just be covering all of the upcoming celebrity news, everything that's going to be coming out. Guys, you know what else? Listen, Jay-Z, lawyer, um, and as you know, the one that's representing Diddy, um, well, Jay-Z's lawyer, let's say his name right, Shapiro. That's how you say it, Shapiro. So Jay-Z's lawyer, Shapiro, and Busby has now filed a whole new motion. It seems like it's a lot of different things when it comes down to this whole Jay-Z situation. I know previous before Jay-Z's attorney Shapiro did put in a motion to dismiss based on the inconsistencies of the alleged victim. But however, the judge allowed it to still push on based on what Busby was able to hand in and prove to the judge to why the case and the lawsuit should continue. But now it's another motion that has been recently put in by both Busby and Shapiro. So I will be following up on this whole Jay Z scandal. I mean, this shit is really, I think 2025 is definitely breathing in truth. If you guys feel what I'm saying, it's a lot of truth. If we thought 2024 opened up the door to truth, well, hello 2025, because 2025 came in with the door already open. Like, let's go. It we listen, and I'm here for it, and I will be reporting on it. And guys, I will be definitely keep on checking out my shorts, because I definitely will be reporting on other news. And with that being said, it was two bodies that was found in the plane, jet blue, in the back of the plane in the wheelbarrow. Two men found dead in the back of a jet blue plane in the wheelbarrow area of the plane. I'm gonna continue to follow. I am from New York. Um, the flight was from New York to Florida, Fort Lauderdale to be exact. The two men were found during the process of the plane being cleaned, and that's when their bodies were actually discovered. It has been no name to the two men. Like I said, I will continue to follow. I definitely am like, how the hell did these two men end up dead in the back of the plane in the wheelbarrow section of the plane? And that's like the coldest area. That's like by, like, I think the back wheel of the plane. Y'all know I'll figure it out. But I ain't gonna lie. I'm definitely, because they definitely didn't walk onto the plane dead. Like, was they placed there, or did something happen and they ended up there? But listen, just my common sense for me, I'm figuring that they were already dead and they were placed there. I'm not really leaning on the side of them walking into the plane and ending up all the way in the back of the plane in a wheel where the wheelbarrow is. Like, I I don't see that. Do you guys see that? I mean, for me, I think somebody put them there. I think somebody put them there. But I'm from New York, so I be like scarce with shit like that. And then you get worried because you don't want it to be none of nobody you know, or you know what I mean? But I ain't gonna hold you. You ain't gonna tell me, because if you're gonna have to tell me that they came onto the plane alive, and what, they were intoxicated and ended up all the way in the back by the wheelbarrow and end up dead, I don't know. I don't know. Not the way when you walk into an airport and the process you go through and all of that. But then the question will be, how the hell did whoever did what they did end up able to even put them in the back by the wheelbarrow? That's the question too. Like, if somebody, right? Just hear me out. Just hear me out. Say they were already killed, illed. Excuse me, YouTube, because I know y'all very sensitive. So we're gonna say illed. So say they was already illed, right? And they were placed back there. The question is, how was that even feasible? Do y'all think that this shit was an inside job? Do y'all think that shit was an inside job? You know what this reminds me of? I ain't going front, because I watch a lot of crime stories, and I be listen, I'm into 48 hours, a lot of crime stories, y'all. But this one is one for the books. And I promise you, I am so gonna follow it, because I read the story, I posted the short, but the whole time I'm thinking, how did these two men end up there? Like, how? And even saying to myself, okay, I'm going to use my common sense and be like, okay, maybe they were already ill and placed in the back, in the wheelbarrow section of the airplane. um how were they able to even make that happen? Because as we know, the airport carries security, there's a lot of surveillance and all of that. So it's like, what and how? Like, this right here is kind of freaky, y'all. I think that this whole shit is freaky when it comes down to these two men being found dead in the wheelbarrow of the airplane. And I don't know what explanation that's going to be given for that. And I would love, I'm waiting, I'll find out the identities. Hopefully, the identity will be put out there of whoever these two men were. But yeah, their bodies was there um until the plane landed in Florida, in Fort Lauderdale. And when the cleaners that go on to clean the plane and etc. end up seeing the two men bodies right in the back of the plane, in the wheelbarrow section of the plane. Do you think they work there? I mean, they really haven't disclosed no information. So I don't even know if they're JetBlue workers. I'm just putting all the scenarios out there. First lady, what's your thoughts on that when it comes down to these two bodies that was found in the back of the airplane in the wheelbarrow section of the
I
airport?
just
Of
read.
the
Oh
airport.
my goodness. Sorry, guys.
Listen, y'all, we be multitasking. We be, y'all already know how it goes. Y'all know. Because I know some of y'all probably at work, some of y'all work from home, some of y'all just, you know what I'm saying, just taking a moment to take a relaxation and come and chill with me. But wherever you at, I love you guys so much for lending me your ears, y'all. And you know, like I said, leave your thoughts in the comment section and feel free to type if you want. If you want to chat, you could chat and put your thoughts in there. All thoughts are welcome. All thoughts are welcome. All of whatever. If you thoughts, your perspectives, however you feel, is all welcome right here at the Odyssey Podcast. I always like to have an open discussion. I always like to get different perspectives. I mean, that's what definitely generates good conversation. And also, this is a part where we get to really learn from each other. You know what I mean? And definitely, I got more content that you guys will notice that I will be pushing for this 2025. But yeah, y'all, all comments are welcome. Feel free. No comment is a good comment, bad comment. All comments is welcome. Even if you disagree with me, it's okay. I get it. Okay, I can still learn from a person that may disagree with me. Get what I'm saying? With that being said, I'm waiting for the First Lady OG to come back in the building. But if you are new to the Odyssey podcast, please take the time out to hit that up like button and notification bell. So every time I go live, you will be notified. And if you want to, you can subscribe too. And you can tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend if you like my content. But even if you don't like it, it's all right to put a thumbs down because I take good and bad criticism. So don't worry about that part. But all is still welcome. All right, y'all. Like I was saying, I am going to continue to follow this whole entire situation with these two men in the back of this plane. And you know what too? Like I'm saying, like I'm a person that certain things that I hear, it kind of like freaks me out a little bit just because my mind takes me other places. I have a brother and he likes to travel and he's always traveling and he is like really flashy. Now like he's like, how can I say, not it's not that even he's flashy, but my brother just has his demeanor of just exuding money type. You know what I mean? And I always pray for all my family, like no matter where they go, where they at, just because you just never know the intentions of people. And even whoever these two men are, like you don't know, they probably have a family that they left behind, wife, kids, mother, sister brothers. You don't know what these two men dynamic of their family situation was. And now they're deceased, and it's just so weird how they were found. And I think that's what's messing me up. That's definitely what's messing me up. How they were found and where they were found, especially where they were found. Like, how the hell? Two bodies? Two bodies. And the craziest thing about it, it was reported like a few months prior to this death of someone else being found dead on the airplane. Same company, JetBlue. And this was like, yeah, literally a couple of months ago that this person was found dead in the back of the airplane. And you know what? I'm gonna go back and follow up on that story because it this I don't even know if they really put out anything, but they should have disclosed the person's identity. But I don't know. That's real funny. Like, so yeah, from this death of these two men being found, a couple of months before this, it was another person that was dead, found dead on the same airline. So, y'all, I don't know. But something is suspicious. Something is really, really suspicious, especially where these two men was found. Now, with the death that took place prior months before this situation, this individual, to my remembrance, if I'm not mistaken, but like I said, I will go back and I will come back and give you guys detail. But to my remembrance, this individual was found all the way in the back of the plane. I can't remember if this person was found seated or where the bathroom area was of the plane. I'm not sure, but like I said, I'll go back and I'll look up that story. But I ain't gonna lie. This one right here, that shit hit different. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. First Lady OG, are you in the building?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, I'll be right back.
Mm, okay. Hey guys. Hey guys. I apologize, y'all. As y'all say, y'all know she is definitely a chip off the whole block. What they say, the apples don't fall far from the tree. So where you think she learned how to multitask? Okay, because I am queen multitasking. Okay. So at the end of the day, I turned it down a little bit, so I didn't hear exactly what I left off on. What I heard was about the JetBlue, and it's so funny because I love JetBlue, and I actually was trying to find, I want to say I wanted to find a JetBlue flight because I like to watch the movies or whatever the case may be, and I'm not gonna lie, the seats are more comfier than certain flights. Um, what did we talk about? Oh yeah, I did give my comments on Diddy as far as him worried about somebody else's situation with the situation that he's in. He got a whole basketball team of his own children that he needs to worry about what their life is like right now, what they're going through because of what he's going through, whether they're his biological kids or not. Okay, no tea, no shade. But with that being said, he needs to mind his business. Luigi have to handle his own business, whatever the case may be. That's his situation and his things to deal with. What else did we have on the roster to speak about? Oh, Remy Ma. Now all of a sudden declaring love for something. Did she get on that yet? Is anybody else in the building to put me on? Like, did she even get to that yet? I feel so bad, but see, my daughter she know how to do this thing here. You know what I'm saying? And she really knows how to do this. So her don't be needing me. Her don't be needing me. But
I'm back in the building. What you was asking? Did I get to what?
so what did we talk? What we left off on after JetBlue?
Oh my God. First Lady OG. Okay, so let me tell you.
Oh wait, so you
Remy,
did Remy Ma already?
listen, I did run into Remy Ma and I was asking you, but I knew it was kind of a little tied up. But I listen, I still want your thoughts on it. So let's just run it back real quick. And I know the people want your
So
thoughts
this
on it
dude,
too.
so this dude, Easy, is somebody new, or this is the same one that they blew her up with in the rap
N-
battle?
No, this is the same dude that she got blown up at when she was at that rap battle. Yes,
And this
Easy,
was
the
a
block
friend of
captain.
Papoose, correct?
Originally, the craziest thing about it is I wouldn't really call them friends. I will call them acquaintances. I wouldn't say that they were friends, but did
Okay,
they know of each other and come, in crossings with each other based on what Remy's production is? Because, Remy has her own production when it comes down to this whole rap battle entertainment
right,
thing.
right, right.
Right.
Okay, okay,
So
okay.
I would say they were just, acquaintances. So Easy the Block Captain is definitely aware of Papoose and Remy's union.
I mean, because they were like the epitome of black love couple.
Well, that's what I said. Because listen, I was like I would tell anybody, like individually, I'm a fan of Papoose and I'm a fan of Remy. And this really doesn't define what I'm a like I really like them. So it doesn't define their artistry or nothing of the sort. But when you look at the dynamic of their story, of their love story, a lot of people wanted to emulate their love. You know what I mean? This was a story of them coming into the industry, even just the dynamic of them meeting and then her having to be incarcerated and then him waiting on her to come home. Then when she does come home, a contract is signed. She's able to now make money. She's putting out new music. They create a baby together. They buy a home. Like just everything. They're going on interviews together. They just was exuding black love. What do you think, First Lady? I mean, it's
I mean, I'm
crazy, right?
definitely like, okay, I was kind of upset and I was kind of like, when I first heard, I'm like, nah, man. Like, not my picture perfect black couple. And that's just, I'm just saying that, y'all, because of course we all know that everything's not perfect. And I know that they still had ups and downs, but I love the way that they confess their love for each other, and the way that they presented publicly together. And I just thought that that was a real, a down to earth, really couple that a lot of people could relate with. So now when I first heard the cheating or the breakup, at first I didn't hear who did what, and I'm like, I know Papoose. And then when I was like Remy, and I was like, what? After he been and stood by and this and this and that, and look, I know things happen in life, but when I heard the story, and like the daughter just explained, maybe they weren't friends, but they know of each other. And of course, when they saw each other or whatever, like, or when the name got blew up in the rap battle, of course, like he knew who it was. So I know that was like a slap in the face. And like Justice just said, like, you did your almost 7 years. I was there by you. Y'all came home, had the baby. I just thought that they were gonna really live out that, you know, well,
But this
everything
is the
in
thing
Disney
about
was
it too,
fake,
First
was
Lady
fairy
OG.
tales.
This is the thing about it also though, right? I was just saying, like, in relationships, unfortunately, at times you grow out of a relationship. Let's just keep it real.
I do
For
believe you
anybody
can
that's
grow
been in a
out of
relationship.
love. Yes. Yes. Especially
You
ones
grow out of
that
relationships, right?
yes.
But I do
Especially
feel that it is a way of doing things. And
oh,
it
of
goes
course.
back to like it's
Right.
not what you do,
It's
but it's
how
how
you
you
do
go
it.
about doing it. You know what
That's
I
right.
mean? And
Right.
because you guys have a union and because you guys have children, even if it's from different partners, you guys been in each children's life before having the little girl that you have right now.
Together. Exactly.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
And you
That
were the, like we
do
said, you were the face of black love to a lot of us in the communities, especially in the hip hop communities. I peered over them way more because I always felt like Jay-Z and Beyonce was put together as a power couple because of the shit that they do by the industry. But I always felt that like Papoose and Remy Ma was just like, in the hood to find love, like, and found love. But can you grow apart? Yes. Is it okay in a part of
let me
life?
tell you something.
But like you
Let me tell
said,
you something
what's the
first,
way to do
Lady
it?
OG. You know how crazy it is? And this is the thing, a lot of people would be like, damn, when you do certain commentary on certain things, people may assume that you're biased, right? I have no bias at all. But I will tell you, right? Like when you know somebody, you kind of know them, right? So I knew Papoose before Papoose was actually Papoose. I knew
Right.
Papoose when Papoose was in over there by the laundromat by farmers. You hear what I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling you? By the
Mm-hmm. And
Western
you
Beef.
know, your little
For those of
brother
y'all
went to
from Queens,
school. Your little brother went to school with is either one of his older. Hey Tay, who was that you went to school with? What was he, the Papoose?
I was his nephew.
Oh, Tyreek, Papoose' nephew went to school with your little brother in 48.
Right.
right. And listen, for those of y'all who familiar with, Queens, farmers, all that shit, let me tell you something. He had at that time CDs was being sold. And he used to be out there giving out, not selling. He used to be giving out his CDs. Okay? And even then, not knowing what his story was, and then, like, when I say not knowing his story behind his relationship, knowing the story behind his struggle already. Because, like I said, he was right there off of Farmers by Western Beef, right there.
What's Papoose' new girl name, daughter?
Clarice,
Clarice, right? She's like a middleweight or wet. She's like is
I
she a
think she's like a
champion?
middleweight. I'm not sure she's middleweight or heavyweight boxer,
Champion.
for women, but she's either or. But even with that, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it goes back to guess what? We created a union together. And even if we grew out of that union, because we exuded the black love, the respect on how we went about this situation should have definitely been taken into account. I mean, Pap has stated he tried to keep it under wraps just because he knows that his youngest baby is going to school and she's not really yet to really get that understanding of what's happening between her parents. But when the shit started going back and forth, it seems like with Clarissa and Remy,
Oh
is
my
when
gosh,
he
I'm
felt the
booty.
need to come out and say whatever he had to say. Now, I'm going to say it again. I don't think Cap is perfect by any means. And to live with a person is to know a person. So of course we're outside spectators, in other words, right? Just based on what is being put out here. But that could have definitely been prevented. And like I said, it could have been to where you guys could have got um a separation filed until you made the decision to fully file the divorce. But the back and forth right now, what's
That
your
part.
thoughts on the back
That
and
part.
forth with the Clarissa and Remy? I think the back and forth. I don't think Clarissa should be going back and
I
forth with
really
Remy
don't.
anymore.
I really don't. I mean, just like how we discussed on the back end about somebody, poking the bear. But I do feel when you hold a certain, stigma within the world, like you are a fighter, like you're known and you're out there. So like, of course, like we would say, of definitely never not call us not nobodies, but you know, we are not in the front scene with our relationships and things like that as they are. So, as you stated, things happen for everybody, and it's a way to do it. And to me, the back and forth just starts to show the immaturity in people, or again, daughter, you already know what I'm about to say, mismanagement of your emotions is what I always say, that could have your life
Mismanagement.
truly tossed
Mhm.
up because you're in your feelings and you're
Mhm.
reacting and opposed to responding. Because now, when you respond, you got to give yourself a chance to think before
But
you
this is
respond. When you
but
react,
that's the whole thing
you
about
just
it.
react out your feelings. And
Right.
now,
And
look at
also
them.
just picking your
Did you see
battles.
her rapping? Did you see her so-called do a
This is
diss
this
rap?
is why I'm saying, even with that, I think that, on when it comes down to Clarissa, I really think that she should put on her big girl panties
That part, and stay in her lane,
and
and
stay
stay
in
in
her
her
lane
lane. You don't have to say
respectfully.
nothing.
And guess what? With all due respect to Pat, he got to nip that in the butt because
He should say yes. He should let her know, like, look,
yeah, he needs to nip
regardless
that
to
in the
what
butt.
goes on or what's being said, I'd appreciate if you stay in your lane. You don't see me out here going back and forth, and keep it quiet. And right now, honestly, this is between me and her. What I have between you and I is one thing, but what I had with her was before you. And being that things are not right now, we have things to take care of. And if she is willing to really be with him, then she should be willing to sit in the cut and let him take care of his business properly the way he's supposed to be. Now, Remy keeps jumping out the window, acting like a little girl, hitting her up and hitting him up and posting, talking to her and talking to him. Let her be the only immature one within the situation, because it really shouldn't be a trilogy. What's happening is what's happening between Remy and Papoose, and Remy needs to understand that, okay, you're in your
Even
feelings.
Easy the Block Captain. You know what I'm saying? Easy the Block Captain. Remy needs to nip that shit in the butt too because he
Oh, I
shouldn't
didn't
be
even
out
know
here.
he's out there talking too.
He, listen, he's out here sending shots. As a matter of fact, let me tell you something. They was at one of the rap battles, whatever have you. In fact, let me tell you how disrespectful I felt. For me, that would have came off. Do I have it here? Oh shit. But in the rap
People
battle,
don't
right?
understand, y'all. It's more than one way to skin a
Okay,
cat.
so
That's
basically,
what the
I'm about to
OG
drop
said.
it right now. He
Okay.
said, "I'm only going to dress this shit one time. Since y'all want to be on the front lines. Hey, yo, Remy, do you love me?" Remy replies, "Yes, baby." So even with that,
So is
y'all
he a
keep
rap?
on.
Is he a battle rapper?
He is a battle rapper. That's how they even came in contact with each other because she opened up a production for
So
rap for
she did. So
battle
she did
rappers.
something. So she did something. So she trying to recreate Queen of the Ring
Yes,
like Babs.
yes,
See now.
correct.
Let me not be petty. Let me not be petty. Let me not be.
So now she's not dealing with the female, she's only dealing with the males. But the way that her and Easy the Block Captain even came in contact was because of her production in which she embarked on when it came
Oh,
into doing this
so
whole
that's
shit with the
how.
rap battle.
That's how it was known, and for her to be outed at the battle by somebody else, but because he was
Exactly.
already a
Because
battle
the
rapper, and that's
person
how the
was
shit
going at
came.
right, because that
Ah,
person was actually battling against Easy the Block Captain.
oh, so that was actually him. The other one
Yes.
was actually
Matter of
E.
fact, let me see. I'm
Oh,
gonna get his
okay.
name right now. I'm gonna get
Yo,
his name right
yo,
now. Hold on. Let me get
forgive
his
me,
name.
y'all. Like, yo, okay. I see what's going on now. I see what's
Yeah,
going
but
on now. But like you said, I feel like you could love somebody to the ends of the earth, but it doesn't mean and want to be with them forever. But it doesn't mean that that's what the cards say. So
That's
Everybody has
it.
ups and downs. Everybody has situations. And you could see some marriages where people are married for 50 years. You see some people, you can't even believe. There's some people that are married for 20, 30 years and end up breaking up. So it's so many different facets when it comes to people in love, and especially to me when it comes to people who have not yet
So the
really
guy's name, so the
dealt with
guy's
themselves.
name, when he exposed the exposed that E the
Hey,
block captain, his
you see
name
the block
is
captain.
his name is Suge. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you right now. His name is Shotgun Suge. Listen, last month things between Remy and her husband Papoose took a turn for the worse, as we
Wait,
know.
so wait,
And
daughter.
when
So
she
you saying okay? So Easy and who was the guy that outed him?
oh Shotgun Suge. So Shotgun Suge was the one that was in battle with Easy the Block Captain the night that it was exposed that Easy the Block Captain and Remy was messing around. That's why I said, like, listen, between last month, like I said, things between Remy Ma and her husband Papoose, and this is for those of you who are coming in the building. Let me just give
Easy
you guys a
block
quick run
captain.
through of
Check it
what we
out.
getting into. As y'all know, like I said, during like last month, as y'all know, things between Remy Ma and her husband Papoose took a turn for the worse when she hopped online to expose his alleged affair with Clarissa Shields. Okay, yes, the boxer Clarissa Shields. In response, he brought up her own rumored fling in regards to Easy the Block Captain. Okay. Which right now, yeah, is a lot of speculations and all of that going down. And as you could tell, it definitely is because we're talking about it right now. Now it looks like Remy is unafraid to share her feelings with the world. She even declared her love for Easy during one of his recent rap battles against Shotgun Suge. Okay. And that little clip that I just gave you guys of what he said to her when he said, I'm only going to say this one time. And I'm going to put this shit on the front line. And you love me. And she responds, yes. Okay. That's that, y'all. That is that. Hey,
Hey, Lamont.
hey. Oh, fake news. Okay.
Okay.
Listen, put me
Look,
on.
hey, you
Lamont, put
sounding
me
like
on.
Donald Trump. You sounding like Donald Trump.
Put me
Donald
on,
Trump always.
Lamont. I need to
You
know.
know Donald Trump. That's
Listen,
Donald Trump's favorite two words. Fake news. I mean,
listen, Miss.
we do
I'm
know
Mr.
that some
Smith.
fake news is, but no, that don't
Please.
say it's oh
It's
yeah,
a
it is.
lot of fake news going around. He ain't
It
lying
show
about
is.
that.
It show is. It
It's a
show
lot
is.
of fake news going
Hey,
around. So you ain't lying
daughter,
about that at
that
all.
Remy's expression on her face in that rap battle when she got outed, that shit wasn't fake. Because I remember that.
This is what
That
I'm
look
saying.
on
And
her
then
face, that look
and
on
then
her
she
face
was
was like,
even
what?
she was even questioned about it in prior interviews, and she was definitely staying away from it. And I felt like she should have stayed in that lane. Like even if she knew that she had whatever, she should have stayed
Right,
in the lane of not saying too much and really keeping it copacetic. Like I'm not talking about
right.
that. Like y'all gonna say whatever y'all gonna say. I'm not talking about that because in the beginning she was mentoring him through these battles. Like she was his mentor in the beginning,
No.
and that's
That
what
sounds
it
hey,
was. You know what I'm
that
saying?
sounds like or that sounds a little bit like August.
Well, August Alston and Jada Pinkett, right? Tell me about it. I feel the same. Well,
Hey.
listen here. But guess what's the craziest shit about it?
You supposed to be looking out for the young ones, man.
when she first
Lord.
started mentoring him, she was going on interviews alongside with Pat. You know what I'm saying? And Pat
Okay.
was really promoting what she was doing. And then it came to a point where, because that is the person that she's pushing, she started doing interviews with him. So she started doing the interviews with Easy the Block Captain, which just her body language alone will tell you. They had a Fox interview. okay, where they both
Mhm.
were on Fox News and she was discussing her production and how it even came about of her meeting Easy the Block Captain and how talented he was, and her whole motion and gesture was crazy. Geechee got what? Geechee Gotti later outed him in a battle. Ministry
Word.
before industry. Talk about it. Yes. Yes,
Okay.
I heard about that. Look here, you see what I'm saying? But like
Yeah.
I said, what do y'all think? I mean,
Your little
with
brother's a little
everything,
is
with
a battle
everything.
rapper. I mean, not a battle rapper, but your little brother loves the battle rapper. That's why as soon as you said that, I was asking the questions because he was like, "Who? What?" He didn't even know that happened with Remy. So he was like, "Wait a minute, I'm about to go pull that up right now." Like, what? I'm like, "Yes, man, this is old news. They about to actually everybody's with new people now, and they shit is about to be
But even
terminated."
during that time, even with that, with Remy during that time, but you know what I'm gonna tell y'all too was so foul? It's because for me personally,
Mm-hmm.
I would have not no longer wanted to do business with Easy the Block Captain because he had his manager at the time contact Tasha K. Okay. And contact Tasha K for interview, depending on what Tasha K was willing to pay out. The manager of him spoke to Tasha K on multiple occasions through phone and through text messages in which Tasha K revealed. Yes, Tasha K, the content creator, the one that is big right now. Yes, that Tasha K. So when Tasha K revealed the message, she only revealed it after she reached out to Remy's team because she really wanted to get an exclusive, if anything, from Remy first and let Remy know, like, yo, I'm gonna give you the heads up that your side nigga is getting ready to do an exclusive with me. He calls up Tasha K. Tasha K has records him, okay, and she puts it out there. So the recording is out there of him trying to basically get money. Like he's frauding you 100%. Because if we're in a relationship and you say you care about me, why would you want to go and do an interview based on what amount of money they're going to offer you to disclose what me and you have going on in private? What type of man are you? First Lady OG, what's your thoughts? Yo, ministry
Yes.
before industry, Lamont, put y'all thoughts in there, man. Let me know what y'all feeling on that. I think that shit right there would have let me leave him right there where he was. Sorry to
Now, who
tell
you
you.
talking about? The manager?
No, I'm talking about Easy the Block Captain. I mean, the manager was only doing it for Easy the Block Captain. And the
Right.
reason how that came about is because Easy the Block Captain contacted 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 Tasha K himself
Easy to block contacted Sasha K for what? To do a show with her?
to do a tell-all interview on Remy and their relationship and you know all that they were.
If that is true, Tasha K gonna eat that shit up.
Well, Tasha K did eat the shit up. This shit happened back. Tasha K released this shit in the beginning of like 20 end of 2023, the beginning of 2024. Tasha K broke this story. She revealed text messages and she revealed audio of
Seriously?
Easy. Yes, yes. That
So
shit is
this
still
has
on her
been going
channel.
on. So this has been going on with them for over a year now?
Yeah, it's yes, and it's on her
Wow.
channel.
Wow.
Okay. She broke it.
I didn't even
She
know that,
broke it.
y'all.
She broke it once the manager of Easy, the block captain, called her and reached out to her and told her, like, listen, he's interested in doing an interview, depending on what the payment looks like. He has a lot to inform you guys about in regards to the relationship between him and Remy. Tasha K and her team didn't get back to them until later on. They did text messages back and forth. Tasha K revealed those text messages not long after that. Eazy, the Black Captain himself, got in contact with Tasha K in regards to the interview. She also released that audio. Then, not too long after that, they talked about putting her in court for the release of the private messages and for her recording.
What? So now they're gonna try to subpoena that information, in opposed to probably trying to do infidelity or something, that they could use for the divorce, probably.
Listen here. At the
Wow,
end of it all,
wow,
from
guys.
when from
See,
when
that's
it
why
was
I want to keep me
exposed,
up on what's going
when
on,
it
because
was exposed and you was standing there and it was exposed, you had to know that somebody's talking, right? Because if you and Eazy, the Black Captain, are the only one that knew about your relationship and y'all were keeping it professional, then it would be no need for no nigga like Geechee or Shotgun Suge to sit there in a battle rap and throw out the fact that she's
out
your
you like
sugar
that.
mama or you been fucking her.
Exactly,
Just
exactly,
keep it real.
exactly. That whole part right there. That whole part.
So now me, I'm already like, what? If I'm her, I'm like, I'm thinking like in a 360-degree mode. Because at the end of the day, I know what my statue is, right? And guess what? I ain't got nothing to gain from them. They got more to gain from me than I got to gain from them. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it a buck. So what are we really talking about? So for me, take out Papoose, that alone, even if she wasn't with Papoose, that alone would have made me say, all right, you don't mean me no well. You don't mean me no well. And the realest about it was Tasha K contacted Remy's team and dropped all the messages and the audio to Remy herself.
What?
Okay, let's make that quite clear.
See, this is
So
how
it's
people
not
get caught
nothing.
up in the
And
shit,
you look
y'all.
crazy. You look
I'm like,
crazy right now, even coming out here to even declare any love for that nigga. I'm just sorry. I'm so sorry. Excuse
I
me,
mean,
YouTube. You
even
guys
though
are
it's been
funny
a year,
customers.
I feel like from where you came from, baby girl, like we both stated, it's not impossible for people to fall out of love, or, she was locked up and then she came home and it was just right back to the same person that she knew. And who knows? Maybe she just, like we said, it's life that sometimes people fall out of
But
love. But
guess
like you
what? That's
said,
all
it's a
good.
very
But
discreet way
it
to
could have
handle
been
things
handled.
and
It
to
could have
handle
been
your
handled very
business.
differently.
I mean,
It could
even
have been
like,
handled very
right,
differently.
even like with a personal situation, like of someone that I know, like parted ways with someone, had a home, and instead of one of the parties handling it in a way that they could both benefit, it was like, okay, one went to the house to try to maybe see what they could do, how they could put it together, goes to the house and realizes that the other person is taking things from the house and actually taking things that, of course, that they didn't buy, or taking some of the other person's things, and instead of them depleting the home together and splitting the proceeds, and then everybody taking their hey, Rusty and Tia, and taking their own belongings, it was like, went over there and the person was there with an insurance person and a new friend, acting like the new friend was was their significant other, that was the other person signed to the house to try to get insurance money. And then that person walks in like, wait a minute, what's going on and who's this? Because I'm him. And
Mm-hmm.
like you said, as grown-ups, all they had to
Mm-hmm.
do was recognize their situation was over. Let's sell the house. Everybody
That's
gets a
it.
part, and go on about our business. But now you sneakily taking things out the house and you taking what you want, then you sneaking in there with somebody else, acting like they me to get money that you was never going to tell me about. Like, people, again, let me say it one more time, mismanagement of your emotions, and instead of dealing with facts over feelings, situations get very, very ugly, and they don't even have to go there.
It really doesn't. And that's how I felt about this whole situation. I feel like just because they were a couple, like we said prior before, of just exuding black love, I definitely think they could have handled it differently. And just for the sake of their children. And let's keep it real. Like right now, Remy does have some personal things going on in her life. And I don't think that right now that this guy, Easy the Block Captain, I don't know, y'all. He rubs me the wrong way. I just don't know. I think if she was to be with anybody else, I don't see no issue. I feel like she deserves to be happy. And if love is not with her and Papoose, that's okay too. She deserves to be find love and be happy with whoever she wants to be happy with. But when you see red flags and you see the red flags right in front of your face, just be mindful, like please, because like really and truly, she doesn't need all this extra shit that's happening in the media. Because to deal with personal shit when it comes down to your baby, and then to have to deal with personal shit that's coming down with your marriage, that can take a toll. And of course, she got to come out here and put out a front because she is a celebrity. People are expecting her to perceive herself to be a certain type of way. But when that celebrity moment goes down and she's at home, we don't know what she's going through. And it's the same thing for Pat Poose. And I just feel like when it comes down to Pat and Clarissa Shields, he definitely needs to nip that in the butt. He needs to let her know. Like you said, First Lady OG, like me and your situation is me and your situation. And let's build on a healthy situation. And I don't need you to be back and forth to add more fuel to my situation that's separate from you. Period. And as a woman, I need her to put on her big girl panties. Okay? Because at the end of the day, if you and him have this feeling for each other and you know what you and him got per se, and obviously he ain't lie to you about nothing, everything is in the open, then you need to definitely stay in your lane when it comes down to his prior situation, because we're talking about marriage. You know what I mean? We're talking about history, between them two. And you need to let that take its course and do what it may. And please, I'm not saying that Clarissa should accept anything that she's not deserving of. I feel like as a beautiful young woman that's in boxing, that has a whole career, does deserve the same love. And I do feel she should be able to be with who she feels loves her and she wants to be with. But then I also need her to understand her value too, in the sense of like, listen, man, since you're married, until you get a legal separation, then we could talk about being together. But until then, I'm going to allow you and afford you the opportunity to take care of your situation. And I'm going to continue to take care of my situation and keep on working forward within my career. If they're meant to be, they're going to come together. Now, with Easy, the Block Captain, and Remy Ma, respectfully, if Easy the Block Captain means you well, then all of this extra stuff that's happening and subliminals and all of that will be deceased. And you got to nip it in the butt and let him know. If you care about me and you love me like you say, and I tell you I love you, I have a situation in which you know about. Okay? I have a husband. But unfortunately, me and my husband are no longer with each other. We are not legally separated, but however, I don't need you to add fuel to the flames by throwing shots or sending subliminals or nothing. I need you to stay in your lane. And if you say, like I said, you care about me, be the man that cares about me, because it's deeper than just me and the person that I'm no longer wanting to be with. I have children involved with this man. And like I said, it goes deeper because before our baby girl, I have two other, right? He has one I consider to be my child. His daughter, I consider to be my child. My son, he considers to be his child. We've been in our children's lives since they were young. So if anybody we have to really secure feelings for is them. But if you say that you care and you love and you genuinely want us to be together, then you need to stay in your lane and let me handle this portion of my life so that we can be able to go forth. And as a man, but of course, he's a young man, and it's Remy Ma. Not for nothing, Easy the Block Captain is fanning out his damn self because he can't probably believe he's fucking with Remy Ma. Excuse my language, but that's what it is. So the boy is fanned out himself.
That part.
And age don't define you being a grown man or a grown woman. What defines that is your actions. Period, point blank. But not for nothing, he fanning out respectfully. So now how do you take a person like that and try to mold them? And then, this is the thing. Age, they say shouldn't make a difference, but age does make a difference. Example, a 18-year-old ain't supposed to be with a 12-year-old, 11-year-old. 21-year-old ain't supposed to be with 11-year-old, 12-year-old, 10-year-old, 6-year-old, 7-year-old. You get what I'm saying? You get the reference? So, yeah, age does matter, right? But let's go a little bit more, right? Age even matters when you go into a situation because you got to understand where both people are at a particular point. Yes, you may meet a person that may carry maturity, may make you feel like, damn, this person is older than their age. But then you still have to have some type of discernment with that also. And this is why I think, even with Pap, he needs to really think. Pap and Remy really needs to think and have a little bit discernment on the choices, you know what I'm saying, and which they're choosing to make as far as their personal endeavors, you know what I mean? And like I said, who's to say what's going to happen in the near future? But it shouldn't have to play out to where it's disrespect going on and then it becomes more volatile and it's other shit that's more important to worry about because there's other people involved, not just Pap and Remy and Clarissa and this guy Eazy the Block Captain.
And that's the
You know
thing.
what I mean?
It shouldn't be nobody else involved. At the end of the day, you involve the world now instead of y'all dissolving and resolving y'all differences behind closed doors. It is what it is if it's over. But for everybody else to be in it and having their 2 cents in, and the the significant others that are in the picture now, for them having to say something to the other person, like you said, it's just downright ugly. And somebody needs to step up 10 toes and say, hey, like, you be quiet and you be quiet, because it don't have nothing to do with Block Boy or like, it don't have nothing to do with Block Boy or Clarice. Like, y'all, if y'all are supportive of the other one, be in the background, be who you are, be their support from behind, and let them handle their business like grown people. Because a few years ago, neither one of y'all was there for them. A few years ago, her ass was in prison and he was there for her. So for y'all to be in the middle of their situation now and them not being grown enough to not allow it, just as Papoose need to put her in place, she need to have put him in place. But as we can see, she don't have no control over him because he done went to Tasha K. So it's just something that's ugly that didn't have to be ugly. But then again, what will people say? Then we wouldn't have no tea because there would be nothing to talk about. But I'm the one, like, I'm really not for the mess. I really don't like, don't get me wrong. We all love a kiki here and there and things of that nature. And of course, these are so-called celebrities. So, when their little things go on with them, it's nice to hear something good or whatever the case may be. But when it comes to the point where now your personal business is just outed on social media and people are being hurt behind it, and they can lie and say that they're not, but everyone is trying to hurt someone. And that, to me, is where it's ugly, and they should have kept it behind closed doors. Put your significant other half, whatever the hell you want to call it, your girl, your man, your wife, y'all, I don't give a how you, but at the end of the day, for real, Papoose and Remy have gotten a marriage certificate from the state. So they are actually married. So therefore they have to dissolve it with the state. And it should be Papoose, Remy, and the state. And that's it. Clarice, sit down, support your man and be there for him when it's over. And what's the name? Black, whatever his name is, Blackout, sit down, support your woman, and be there when it's done. But let them two grown people that have a child together and have a history, let them handle and dissolve their businesses without them not being able to handle their business, because they got to deal with all of this backlash, drama, and YouTube shows like ours talking about their ass. So they don't even have time to get their shit together and dissolve it, because everybody else is making stories. Clarice, now she a rapper and she making a diss song, and Remy this and that, and Block Boy over here making raps about this. Like, it's just, grow up,
It's,
people. Grow up.
yeah, that part. You said it
Hey,
perfectly.
Julius.
Grow up. And it's not what you do, it's how you do it. Hey, Julius. What look here, you already know. Listen, you guys, this is what we here to say. Like, we really gotta, how you say it, first lady, emotions.
Gotta manage your emotions, because mismanagement of your emotions can really screw your life up. Hello,
That whole
Julius.
part. That whole
Remember,
part.
always, it's facts over feelings. And do not get me wrong, everyone's feelings are valid, but you have to sit on your feelings and deal with the facts. Because when you
That's
deal
it.
with your feelings, you sometimes screw up and don't even see the facts. So I teach my children how mismanagement of emotions is not good, and to always look at the facts in opposed to your feelings, because the feelings, you have to subside them. Yes, they can be valid, but the facts is how you make your moves and make your decisions.
You ain't say, listen, you couldn't say no better. Hey, hey, Julius. Thank you. Please subscribe if you like the content. I appreciate all of you guys. Ministry before industry. Lamont, I appreciate all of you guys. All of them new newcomers, thank you guys for pulling up on us. This is the Odyssey Podcast, of course, with your girl Word and the First Lady OG. And we just always out here just spreading good energy and good vibes. First Lady OG, don't go anywhere because I have something else that I wanted you to also put your thoughts on. Where was y'all at this morning where I needed to hear this? Oh, listen, Julius, I am getting better. I am getting better. I'm about to
We're
be
working
coming
on
in
it.
the morning.
Yeah, we're work in progress. We are work in progress. We getting used to it and still multitasking the rest of life while still being able to come on and engage with you guys and opposed to entertain. We like it to be truth, but we're not pushing any agenda. We're speaking on things that are already out there, and we just give our perspective and our opinion on the things that everybody else is commenting on, and then allowing you to also see what we're working on in our perspective areas as far as moms, business, grandmoms, and everything else. So we definitely love to the comments. We love the engagement. Definitely leave comments on the community wall. Definitely hit the bell to subscribe so you never miss a live. And okay, because you couldn't control your emotions. I understand. I also mentor young men that are incarcerated, and that is something that I always tell them. You have to learn how to manage your emotions, and even if you have to suppress them, because what I always tell the children is that everything felt does not have to be said, and even if it could be said, it might not be. It might not be a good deal to be said at this moment. So the management of your emotions is very, very, very important. And at the end of the day, Julius, I'm very sorry to hear that. But even though it happened the way it happened, trust and believe. If universe feels and it is meant to be cosmically, and that's what it should be, if it's yours, she'll be back. And if not, the right one will come to you. And next time you will know how to manage your emotions. If you can't even figure it out, and don't take the same road, do something different. Pick up and leave before you say things that you don't mean, because your emotions could make you, if they touch the nerve and hurt you, and we know that as men, men carry a pride to a certain level, and men carry, due to, I feel like my generation and older, men weren't taught to show that they have hurt as well. So as a woman, if you turn around and hurt a man, then like Julia said, unable to handle those emotions outwardly, you turn around and hurt him, and then he's going to bite hard. And 9 times out of 10, he's going to bite hard by doing something that he not necessarily really means to say, or definitely did not mean to do. Hopefully, it didn't become physical, but at the end of the day, it's definitely something that you didn't want to happen. So management of your emotions is very, very important. And it's not just to young people, it's to elder people as well. Because one thing I will say, being taught or being told all the time that sticks and stones break your bones, but words never hurt you, I do not believe that, because words do hurt. And sorry, 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 not no physical, just words. And words hurt. Not to say it's okay to hit somebody, but what I always say, a bruise will heal. A bruise will heal, even if it's a black eye. But the words could pierce for life. You could just close your eyes and just keep hearing it being said, and sorry does not wipe it away. So that's why it's important to respond in opposed to react. Because when you react, you don't give yourself a chance to think. 9 times out of 10, you are reacting out of emotions. But if you give yourself time to think, you can respond and say to yourself, I may need to just be quiet. What they say, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Now we can hold on to that and we can ride that one out. Not to say you don't ever have to say it, but right now it's not a good time. But don't say what the anger wants you to say, because at the end of the day, some women are able to take that let it hurt and burn. And like my boy Julia said, unfortunately, cut the rug and beat it. You know what I'm saying? Then you have some women that get caught into the abuse of verbal and allow it and accept the sorry, sorry, sorry. And if it happens before, 9 times out of 10, it will happen again if you don't have someone like me or someone in your corner to help explain to you, like, yeah, I know you was mad. I know what she said. I would have wanted to knock her head off if she said that if it was me. But it's no way that you was just in love with that person and then turned around and said, you know, it could be just the FUSMD, pa 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 pa, and you know that that's just emotions. But the tongue is a like a magic wand, and there's life and death in it. And once you swing it, ain't nothing you could do to take back what you said. And a lot of the
Mm,
times, understand,
mm, that is
sorry,
so true.
cut it.
That is so, so true. When you say that the tongue has speaks, and when I tell you it speaks life and death, that is why, like First Lady, I mean, that right there, Julius, First Lady OG, you need to go to subscribe to Holla's Voice, is the First Lady. OG is Auntie's house. I need to be able. Hold on, I'm gonna be back because I'm about to post something in the post comment box so you guys can go over and subscribe. But when I tell you, if you want any jewels that's gonna take you a long way, and like she said, she don't press no agendas, but it's people like you and myself that we do experience bad days. There we go. That's my first lady right there. Go and subscribe, Julius. I don't even want to tell you. Just go and subscribe. I promise you, you won't regret it. First Lady OG, you could not have said that no better. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we're talking about when it comes down to even relationship and respect and understanding what affects one another. You know what I mean? And it
Mhm.
goes back to always understanding you could still express yourself, but it's not how you're going to express yourself, right? It's what you do and how you say it that comes across not the right way, right? So just being mindful. The real saying is being just be altogether mindful is not what you say, but it's how you say it, right? But
Mhm.
even like I'm gonna say again, you can still express yourself, but be mindful of how you're gonna express yourself because you want that next person to be able to receive it. You
That part.
see, even with me, like, and this is something I'm about to tell you. Y'all notice that I'm a person that I speak from a place of experience. Why? Because I'm never going to tell you nothing I ain't really been through, right? And when I think about my boys and their father, me and him always got into the worst of the worst disagreements because of him not being able to communicate with me properly. And when he spoke to me, it was almost like, why do you feel like you have to speak down to me instead of speaking to me as your significant other and explaining to me, like, yo, babe, this right here, it made me feel this and this type of way. And I'm telling you it because I want you to be able to understand that I don't like certain things. So then it opens me up to be like, oh my God, I didn't realize that that's how it made you feel, or that's what I did. And since that made you feel this way, I'm going to make sure to pay attention so I don't do that. Nah, fuck out of here. You a stupid bitch. What the fuck, you dumb? What? I don't even hear you after that because now I'm enraged. Who the fuck you talking to? Who the fuck you calling stupid, nigga? Are you fucking stupid? So now it's never no, you know what I mean? You can't hear me now because now all you hearing is what I just said, right? And all I can hear is what you just said. But if you
And
would have
now
just said,
the
yo,
ending
damn,
battle. Right now, it becomes something. Now it's a yelling match. Nobody hears anybody, and somebody's trying to say something
you ain't get
harder
nowhere.
than the last person. You hurt my feelings. Now I'm trying to hurt yours, and now everybody's just trying to say the meanest, evilest shit to each other to just instead of just stop.
And then when you sit down, y'all don't even know why y'all was arguing. Because y'all can't even figure out the root of the problem because nobody heard each other.
That part.
You see? And this is where managing your emotions become very, very vital. And it is not for nobody else. You ain't doing it for the next person. Anything you're doing for yourself. Anybody else that's going to come in your circumference, what you do for yourself is going to shine outward. So then
Exactly.
you're going to realize that you done showed people now how to treat you
Exactly.
and what they should
Always
know what to do and
remember,
what to, you know what I mean?
don't
Yeah.
lie to yourself. Even if that person is lying to themselves, I will say one thing. If you do not love you, you cannot and do not love me, no matter how many times you say it, because you can say it a million times a day, but love is an action word. If you show it through
Mhm.
your actions, you never have to say it. But again, if you do not love yourself, then there's no love for anybody else. And for anyone out there listening under the sound of my voice, self love is the best love. Self love should be the first love, with love being the highest frequency and the highest vibration. You cannot exude that to anyone until you exude it to self first, understand it and know what it is. And to love a person is to know a person. So you must know self, so which means knowledge of self, the wisdom of knowing who you truly are in and out, including your shadow self. Know thyself. Once you know thyself to love thyself, then the love that you can put out there is unmatched. But you have to love yourself first. So don't be one
Very
of
much
those
so.
people walking around, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, and you don't even love you. And it's easy to tell if a person loves themselves or not. So make sure everybody does that wellness check, as this is Wednesday. So do a wellness check on this Wednesday and really look at yourself and ask yourself, do I know me? Am I okay with me, flaws and all? Because if I am, then I need to show love to myself. And once I show love to myself, watch and see how your magnetism, which is your soul, watch what it attracts to you, and watch how your relationships are so much different because you show that you love yourself. And when somebody comes in your circumference on something that disrespects or upsets that, you are easily to say, hey, this is my boundaries. This is my lines when it comes to me. Like Word just said, you will not and you cannot speak to me that way. And
That's
if that's the way you choose to speak to me, then I choose you not to speak to me at all, or I'm going to remove myself from this circle because you're not going to talk to me like that. So never allow it. Love yourself enough to know what you should and should not allow to
it.
be
Hmm.
done. With
And
that being said,
protecting
we almost at
protect
the
your
2 hour
energy.
mark, y'all. So
Yes, we are. And before we even run away, I just wanted to get your thoughts on this particular situation because, oh my God, it's been beating my mind. You know, I'm going to continue to follow it, First Lady OG. And for those of you guys who is not familiar, go check out my short. I posted a short up there. Go check it out, guys. And like I said, for me personally, I have so much questions in my mind. But for those of you who are now coming in the building, let me put you on. So two found dead in JetBlue's plane landing gear after landing in Florida. Two people were found dead inside the landing gear of a JetBlue commercial airplane. They landed Monday evening in Florida, according to reports. The aircraft had landed at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport after taking off from New York's JFK Kennedy International Airport. Once the plane arrived, the bodies were found during a routine post-flight maintenance inspection of the aircraft. JetBlue said in a statement provided to multiple outlets Tuesday morning with JetBlue's Airways that was not immediately returned. The discovery of two bodies comes nearly 2 weeks after a person was found dead on Christmas Eve. So remember when I said earlier, guys, that it was a body that was found on the plane prior before these two bodies for the same airline? That was on Christmas Eve. So remember, I was going to tell you guys, I was going to come back to make sure to give you guys exact timing. So that took place on Christmas Eve. Okay. Person was found dead on Christmas Eve inside the wheel well of the United Airlines plane that landed in Hawaii. And now there is two more deaths that took place where two more people were found dead in the same exact area.
Now,
While
now,
it
when one
was
said the
not
wheel well and one
immediately
said the
clear
landing
how the
gear,
two
did they both come out of JFK?
they both stemmed out of JFK, one going to Hawaii, landing in Hawaii when that first body was found on Christmas Eve,
But
and
that
this
was that
incident
was
where
United. That was
um,
United.
United.
You saying that was United? The one on Christmas Eve was a United flight?
Yes, it said it was United Airlines plane that landed in
Okay,
Hawaii.
in
Yeah,
the wheel well, and then yesterday JFK in the landing gear in Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood.
correct.
Mm. So
And
my
and guess
thing
what?
would be for somebody to do research at JFK Airport because
I'll
if
be
both
real
of
with
them
you.
came
And
out of
while it's not
JFK,
immediately clear how the two people ended up in the landing gear, the stowaways from previously hidden in the airplane compartments to the sneak onto the flights, it seems very, I don't know. It seems funny.
it seems very inside jobby-ish.
Right. So a JetBlue spokesperson said in a statement to the media that the bodies were found during a routine inspection after the plane
You got
landed.
that.
The individuals have not been publicly named, and authorities continue to investigate how they accessed the landing gear of the aircraft.
Right,
JetBlue told multiple outlets
right.
this is
So
a
now,
heartbreaking situation for them, but
yeah, so
they
now we
still
need to
can't.
see if these were, I don't know, I don't want to say, I don't know what to say, like this was someone that was able to sneak in and crawl up in
It
there
just
and
is
think they was
weird.
going and think they was gonna fly for free and end up dying, trying to think that they can fly from New York to
I don't
to
know. I
Florida
mean,
for
my thought
free,
was, were they
or
placed there?
was
But then I said
somebody.
to myself,
But then
if
how
they were
could
placed,
somebody place there then and you worked and you had to work there to be able to place them there because
well,
I'm
listen, I'll
I'm
be
gonna
real
have
with
to
you.
look
My
at that
my
situation.
thought was like, damn, were they placed there already dead, or did they go onto the plane and ended up dead? And like
But
you
this
said,
is
it
what I'm
could
saying.
be.
To be placed there, that means already dead. Somebody and more than one person has to put them within the landing gear already dead. So that's a crazy red flag. Or if we come to find out, you see, they said they didn't say who it was. If that was workers or two people disguised that as workers that were that had a twisted, demented thought that they was gonna fly for free and killed themselves.
Look, but then when you look at what happened prior before this situation, which is 2 weeks prior, where another body was found inside the wheel well of the United Airlines plane that took off from, matter of fact, it didn't even take off from New York. My bad, y'all. It took off from Chicago International Airport and landed at the Kahulu Airport on the Hawaiian island of Maui. The compartment in which houses the airplane's landing gear was only accessible from outside of the craft.
That part.
United said in a previous statement when they requested a statement, that's what they stated. Like the only way
Right.
for you to have even entered,
Even to
you would
get
have
to
had to
that.
been outside of the aircraft in
And look what
order
they
to
put
have
us through.
accessibility
Y'all
to
flew
that
before. Look what
compartment.
they put us through to get on the plane. So the security to be outside of the plane, you have to work there. You have to be able to get through certain doors and have an ID that opens certain doors in order for you to be outside working.
I mean,
So
but they're stating that they have been trained to know, while it's unclear whether people were attempting to stow away on the flight, it's not uncommon
see,
for
that's what I'm
people
saying.
to use the wheel wells,
That's how
nose
I feel.
wells, and
Right.
other unpasteurized
To try to get
areas
a free
to
ride.
sneak onto aircraft.
Exactly. Exactly.
And they were stating that the stowaways in the pressurized wheelhouses and cargo holds of planes have to have contained with freezing conditions, which it contains like at a very low. It's very cold in those compartments of the plane.
And then
So
you
with the
20 to
temperatures that can
30,000
reach
feet up
between,
in the air. And then you 20 to 30,000 feet up in the
right,
air. So even
and
if
they're
you are
telling you,
trying to be a stowaway, you haven't even done your due diligence that once you get up there in that damn air, you're going
yeah,
to
that's minus 58 degrees,
you're
minus
going to
76 degrees
die.
Fahrenheit,
You're going to die.
and then
So
a lack of oxygen. Just
that
when you
part,
think about it, the lack of oxygen.
that's why I'm saying you
I
that's
mean,
yeah, that's
mm-mm-mm.
we gonna have to let word stay on top of that as far as the investigation to really see how they going to present this one to us, because at the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned, we're we're very intelligent. Okay, so make sure when y'all bring the rest of this story, bring it right. tell us
Listen,
tell
I
us
would,
the truth, if there's even
that part,
possibility of a truth.
that part. Tell us the whole truth and nothing but the truth. If it's a
That's it.
possibility, if it's even a capability of them doing that. And as you guys know, I will
So we'll
continue
be
to
back with that.
follow the YNW Millie case. Also, First Lady OG, while you were gone, we also tapped in a little bit on that. I wanted to give the people an update. I posted a short. You guys can go check out that short also. But I also wanted to give the people an update. Those of you who are familiar with YNW Millie, I will be following his case. They set his trial date for September 10th of this year. YNW Millie, as you guys know, has a lengthy murder case that has taken a yet another dramatic twist as it leads defense attorney. Remember when I told you guys that he has an attorney that was involved in a lot of bullshit, right? So for those of you who are not aware, I spoke about it right before, so I'm just going to give you a briefing on it. So, the lead defense attorney, Raven Liberty, is under investigation for witness tampering, with the controversial rapper currently awaiting retrial on double murder, which his trial date has now been set for September 10th of this year. He must now make a decision about the future of his legal team, as Liberty being investigated for possibly tampering with witnesses. She has not currently been charged with any crime nor offered comment on the situation, but the investigation is tied to Millie's own tampering charges that took place from 2023. The rest of the rapper's defense team have stated that they need more information regarding the probe before deciding on how to move forward in YNW Millie's case. They also remarked that Millie has not seen Liberty in person for about over a year now. YNW Millie, and for those of you who are not familiar with him, his real name is Jamal Demons, is going to have to decide whether to keep Liberty as a part of his defense, with any changes likely to further delay for the retrial that's supposed to take place on September 10th of this year. And
What?
currently,
They took it
yes.
all the way from January 6th, 2 days ago. Now
Mhm.
it's all the way to September, and he's already been sitting for almost 6 years.
Well, you see, during the court hearing that took place on January 6th, the judge noted that Millie has been in jail for over 6 years without conviction already. So with the
Right,
rapper's reaction, it was just almost like, okay, here I go again. Now I gotta wait like another 8 to 9 months now for this trial to even go forth.
right.
So where we're at is, unfortunately, I think with the tampering
That's
of
how you
his
know this
head
system. That's how you
attorney,
know this system That's how you know this system. This ain't right. Because
but listen,
righteously,
it's
it's
crazy
no more. You're
because
gonna have to
the
sit there.
six
Nine
years
times
that
out
this,
of ten, you don't have what you need to have to go ahead and put me down if I'm still sitting here 6 years later. If you have what you have, you go ahead and do what you got to do and put me where I need to be. So,
but the thing about it too, since YNW Millie has been in jail, he has made many attempts to try to get himself released, while awaiting this retrial, even requesting to be at home and be on house arrest. You know what I'm saying? Recently, the Broward County Sheriff was sued, and they're going through a whole litigation with that because of the cruel conditions and the things that he has to sustain while going through there, and his rights being violated. So it's a lot of motions that's been put in, but unfortunately, as of right now, as it stands, he won't be going to trial until September 10th of 2025,
that's
and he
crazy.
has to make a decision with between now and then if he's going to keep the lead attorney, Raven Liberty, on his case, or is he going to get rid of her. And she's under investigation for tampering with witnesses and evidence from the previous case when she first came on in 2023. So that's where we're at with the YNW Millie. But I'm
I
gonna keep
know,
on
y'all.
keeping posted. And when his trial date comes about, I will be covering it. And I definitely will be trying to cover it live where we will be able to watch it together. So just look forward for that. But yeah, it's definitely, yeah, he has to sit. Gotta sit longer
Don't.
now. And
Unbelievable.
he definitely just has
All
to
right,
make a
well, we'll stay
decision.
on. She will stay on top of it, and we will bring it back to you.
And you guys already know this is the Honesty Podcast with your girl Word. We are back in the building all day and every day. But like I said, we love you guys. So yes, this is the Honesty Podcast with your girl Word, the First Lady OG, of course, in the building all day long. Y'all already know how we do, mom and
Appreciate
daughter duo. With
you.
that being said, though, y'all, we definitely love you guys so very much. I appreciate all of you. Thank you, Lamont, for coming in and keeping us on our toes because we already be knowing fake news is fake news everywhere. We got
Exactly.
ministry before industry, and that is so real because that is what we all need to understand. The
That's definitely
ministry
that's left
before the
definitely a
industry.
statement. That's definitely a statement. That's like my son's statement, meditation over medication. So, that's what our mom stands for, you know what I mean? So yeah,
That
keep
whole
it coming.
entire
Y'all
part.
know we love a good acronym around here. All right. Holla at OG with them acronyms. So
That
with
whole
that
entire
being
part.
said,
And of course, Julius, thank you for pulling up and dropping your insight. And I am so happy that you came in the building
and
and
thank you
you
for
felt
sharing your
comfortable
personal
to share.
situation. Thank you for
Yes,
sharing your
that's
personal situation. Um, you're not a nut. It was a mistake. And now, hopefully, because you ran across us, you can always remember. And as I said, holla at me anytime. You always remember. Stay in front of your emotions. Respond and opposed to react. Because I see that you really see that you feel that you've made a grave mistake. And that it end up being not even a real reason on why your situation is not a situation anymore. And it's only because of a mistake. So at the end of the day, with this moving forward, thank you for being transparent with your personal situation. And everybody under the sound of the voice or that comes to listen to this live, you know, let Julius be also a word to everyone, as I am stating as well. Manage your emotions correctly. Everything felt does not have to be said. And remember that tongue is fierce. And if you say it, you can't turn around and come back and say you didn't mean it. Even though you may know that within, but that person that got lashed with it may not ever not hear it again. So remember that and be careful, be smart, be safe. And with that, I send peace, love, and light to all of you. Thank you for supporting Word. Thank you for supporting me. And as I stated, at I Am Auntie House, come over there and see me. And I will be uploading materials very, very soon. I love y'all. Peace, love, and light to all.
Yes, you heard it right here. Peace, love, and light to all from our family to your family. And you guys are our family. So you already know we always sending that peace, love, and light to all of you. Thank you guys so very much. Thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you to my new subscribers. Thank you to the Bush watchers. Thank you to the replay gang. I appreciate you guys so, so very much. And last but not least, thank you to my moderators. I appreciate you guys so very, very much. All of you hold a special place because honestly, you guys are the reason why I am able to still be here doing what I do, enjoying what I do, meeting like minds, opening doors for those who need a place of expression. This is why I'm doing what I do. I enjoy it. You guys make it so enjoyable. Um, yeah, I love you guys so very much. And until next time, which it ain't gonna be too far. So you already know. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Please subscribe. Hit the up like button if you didn't when you walked in. Hit it on your way out. Or the down like notification bell. But just know you always have a place here at the Odyssey Podcast. First Lady, OG, and of course your girl Word. And please, y'all see that right there? Hollis Voice First Lady is Auntie at I Am Auntie's house. Go subscribe. I promise you. Julius, you already know. Julius, I already know you subscribed already, Julius. I already know y'all subscribe. But yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and go subscribe. Peace, love, and light until next time, y'all. From our family to yours.
Peace.
Peace.
Smooth, got the city on a vibe with that justice in her name is where the truth comes alive. From the headlines to the block, she's got her ear to the ground, serving news that's real with a beat and a sound. Word on the street, justice in the air, bringing you the truth with the Caribbean flair. Celebrities and community, big stories and small. Word brings the light so you don't feel the fall. A calm in the storm with the urban kid. She's got style and grace like a journalistic trick. From the heart of the city to the outskirts wild, she captures the world like a camera dial. Word on the street, justice in the air, bringing you the truth with the Caribbean flair. Celebrities and community, big stories and small. Word brings the light so you don't feel the fall. Calling the storm with that urban kick. She's got style and grace like a journalistic trick. From the heart of the city to the outskirts wild, she captures the world like a camera dial. Word on the street, justice in the air, bringing you the truth with the Caribbean flair. Celebrities and community, big stories and small. Word brings the light so you don't feel the fall. She paints a shade that aren't black or white. In the ink of her stories, there's always some light. No matter where you are, you'll hear her call, echoing the truth, standing tall. Word on the street, justice in the air, bringing you the truth with the Caribbean flair. Celebrities and community, big stories and small. Word brings the light so you don't feel the fall.
Listen, we're gonna run that back one more time because the first lady OG came back in the building, and she's actually the creator of this song. Like, just to be able for her to embody and turn who I am and put it into this whole collaboration has been awesome. So let me run it back for y'all because this definitely embodies the Odyssey podcast. It embodies everybody of I ever have came in contact with, and I just spread all good energy. Y'all already know.
That's how smooth. Got the city on her vibe with that justice in her name, where the truth comes alive. From the headlines to the block, she's got her ear to the ground, serving news that's real with a beat and a sound. Word on the street, justice in the air, bringing you the truth with the Caribbean flair. Celebrities and community, big stories and small. Word brings the light so you don't feel the fall. A calm in the storm with that urban kick. She's got style and grace like a journalistic trick. From the heart of the city to the outskirts wild, she captures the world like a camera dial. Word on the street, justice in the air, bringing you the truth with the Caribbean flair. Celebrities and community, big stories and small. Word brings the light so you don't feel the fall. Calling the storm with that urban kick. She's got style and grace like a journalistic trick. From the heart of the city to the outskirts wild, she captures the world like a camera dial. Word on the street, justice in the air, bringing you the truth with the Caribbean flair. Celebrities and community, big stories and small. Word brings the light so you don't feel the fall. She paints a shade that aren't black or white. In the ink of her story, there's always some light. No matter where you are, you'll hear her call, echoing the truth, standing tall. Word on the street, justice in the air, bringing you the truth with the Caribbean flair. Celebrities and community, big stories and small. Word brings the light so you don't feel the fall.
Peace, y'all. Peace. Peace, love, and light. First Lady OG. Thank you.